Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences, such as blood, bad language, and verbal physical violence. Viewers' discretion is advised. Welcome to The Shades of Red by Kuroyuri. Look, I'll be honest here, I actually didn't read what this is about. I just saw that it showed up at the top page for itch.io today. Apparently, it was another submission to this year's Yandere Game Jam, so yeah, kind of excited to see what this is all about. Let's get right into it. I waited all week for today. My friend Jane and I will visit a local art gallery. She told me about this artist who might be able to give me a proper painting lesson. I have to admit, I was very picky when it came to potential teachers, but the work I saw so far was incredible. I have to get ready. I don't want Jane to wait. She was the one making the connections to my teacher, after all. Okay, I can do it. I prepared this folder for a week now. It has my best work in it. Jane also said they look good and they have some good basic skills. But I want lessons to get better anyways, so... You shake your head as more thoughts come to mind. Better not overthink it right now. You will only get more nervous from it. One last glance at the window to check your hair, then you turn out the door. You make your way downstairs and you see your friend Jane waving in the distance. Lionel, finally! Hi, what do you mean finally? It's still early. Indeed, but today is a special occasion. She gives you a wink and turns around swiftly. Let's hurry up. The sooner we arrive in the gallery, the better. You're right. Hey, wait for me! The city has the same atmosphere as when the air changes before a storm. Jane was right. Now is the perfect time. Most people are still at work. You have well escaped the after-work rush. Have you talked to your father in the meantime? Does he pay for the hours in full? Yeah, well, he said that I can get the first 3 months. I hope that I can get a part-time job at something. What a bummer. Looks like he wants his little princess to grow up finally. Don't call me that. But you have to admit that you act like one sometimes. Hey, don't call me out. Oh, by the way, you should not say that your father pays for everything when we get to the gallery. Mr. Redfield would take that the wrong way. Why? Cash is cash. He doesn't have to care where it comes from. You do you. The last meters to the gallery feels unusually heavy for you. You're not getting cold feet after all? Lionel, you're right. Why are you stopping? Nothing. Just a bit of nerves. Relax. Just stick to my words and it'll be alright. You nod as Jane opens the door to the gallery. Wow, there's already a lot of people. Hey Jane, stay close to me, alright? Don't worry. We'll find each other for sure if we get lost. The two of you walk through the hallways. You let your eyes wander over the various artworks. Not all were from Mr. Redfield, but you could tell the ones that were. He has this detailed focus on bodies, usually muscles and bones. The creatures he creates often feel like a fever dream. Spines that turn into stairways, heads forming wings out of their eyes with starstruck expressions. Come to think of it, he often paints backs. You wonder why? My, I can't believe he gives so many of his artworks away. Considering the popularity of his work, it's not so far-fetched. Better make most of his high. It's true. He recently started to be the talk of the town for his unique style and hauntingly beautiful paintings. The artworks that he gave away were always sparse. Maybe he needs the money right now. Would explain why he agreed to give me lessons. As you linger in front of one of the walls, inspecting the detailed brushstrokes of the artwork, you realize that Jane is no longer at your side. Puzzled and slightly nervous, you look around. Jane! My God, Jane, I asked you for one thing, and the moment I don't look at you, you're gone. Unbelievable. After a quick search, you hear her voice. She's talking to an older man and laughs noticeably loudly. She then gives you a discreet wink. Looks like she's making connections again. She made a gesture that I should wait. Well. You stroll through the corridors while waiting for Jane to finish her banter and notice a sparsely populated section. In the far corner is a painting. You wonder why no one is here and continue forward. At first glance, nothing seems off here. Then you take a look at the info card. This is one of Redfield's older paintings. Aren't those usually the most popular ones? You feel like you're being pulled into the painting, and you can't help but stand there and gaze at it in awe.
That one is not for sale.
Hey, yo! You flinch at the voice behind you. Oh! Hi! You turn to see a young man standing behind you with an intense gaze that seems to look right through you. Oh, sorry. I was just looking. Yes, look. Just looking. Just, hi, how are you? It's kind of strange. This painting makes me somehow sad when I look at it. Sad, you say? Yeah, seeing the flames crawling up the body of the moth. They go up in flames so quickly. The history of the light and the moth. Quite the fatal attraction, if you ask me. You see sorrow in his eyes as his gaze wanders to the artwork. You have a keen eye, young miss. Mr. Redfield, the speech starts soon. You should prepare yourself. The young man nods and looks at you with a smile before they vanish into the corridors. Is it taking you a while? Did you not realize that was a guy? My dude! What a strange guy. Wait, Mr. Redfield? That's him? Jane told me he's in his mid-30s. He looks so young. Did I make a good first impression? You can hear voices from the main hall. The speech the older man was talking about seems to start, so you make your way. There you are. I was worried for a second. I looked around for a bit. The man that spoke to Mr. Redfield moves forwards. My name is Harrison, and some of you know me as the manager of this gallery. Today we had the honor of showcasing artworks from Giselle Petit and well-known Isaac Redfield. The crowd starts clapping as Harrison points out Redfield, who seems to focus more on the walls than the people around him. Now let's do the tour. The questions will be answered after. God, I don't even know what accent that was. It took quite a while, but most people are leaving the gallery now after the tour and some purchases. Two men just walked past you after talking to Redfield. Hey Lionel, he's free now. Quick, before someone drags him into another conversation. Excuse me, Mr. Redfield, my name is Jane. We talked yesterday. Yes, I remember. Nice to meet you in person. His eyes widen as he spots you behind Jane. Let me introduce you to Lionel. She looks forward to your painting lessons. Jane gently pushes you forward and gives you a reassuring nod.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Isaac Callahan Redfield. Or you can call me just Isaac, since we will be working together for a while.
Nice to meet you, Isaac. So you agree? How nice, Lionel. I told you there's no need to worry. Jane, don't make it worse. I'm already insecure after our first meeting and the moth painting. Slightly embarrassed, you poke Jane with your elbows. Yes, she has proven that she can interpret art well. Oh, I was just rambling earlier.
No need to be embarrassed, miss.
Were my rambles about a painting that spot on? Thank you, Mr. Isaac. Isaac. I also brought some of my work with me. You can take it with you or take a look right now if you want. I'd like to take them with me if you don't mind. I usually take my time with reviewing art. Of course! We should exchange numbers so I can tell you about the when and where for our lessons and the material I will need. I heard you like to work with oil paint. Yeah, in the folder are photos of some artworks, but also sketches I did with coal or just pencil. You notice Jane's excited face turn between Isaac and you and shortly after the line forming behind her. Sadly, I can't talk with you today. As you can see, many guests want to chat with me. He rummages in his jacket pocket and pulls out a business card the next moment. You hesitate as he holds it out to you. The number is at the bottom is my direct contact. You can call me tomorrow around noon and we pick a date for our first lesson. Thanks. I am honored to work with you. Likewise. Now I wish you both a very pleasant evening. You and Jane say goodbye and make your way out of the gallery. You notice a slight jump in Jane's steps. Yeah, that was perfect. People told me that he will be a tough nut to crack, but it was so polite. You have to tell me what you said to him. There was a painting in the secluded hallway. He told me it was not for sale and I panicked and started rambling. Wait, let's go this way. I'll treat you a cappuccino to celebrate our victory. Victory? Aren't you overreacting a bit? Do you want a cappuccino or not? Plus, I have to tell you about this gentleman I was talking to while you were charming Redfield. Fair enough. Wait, charming? No, you're overreacting for sure. Yeah, If you say so. Well, Jane is me for real, just straight up flirting with everyone around. Hi, Redfield. Oh my, Redfield. Oh man, I can't wait to have my hands all over you, Redfield. Oh, the moth and the lion. I wasn't expecting her to say something like that. What is this feeling? Does it bother me? Am I impressed? Mr. Redfield? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was just thinking to myself. Could you repeat your question? Chapter 1. This is in chapters? What? He called Isaac and made out a meeting for the weekend. He was still reviewing your art, but gave you praise for what he saw. While on your way to his house, you talked with Jane over the phone. I heard he lives in an old house that was a museum before. I bet it's huge. You had to tell me after your lesson. I will, but would a house like that not be really expensive? And you told me he lives alone. Having a smaller home seems more logical to me, but we will see who's right in the end. Or, just say that I was right. Jane? Yeah, sorry. Harrison told me about it. Apparently, he's staying in that house after his wife died, like he could not let go. So be careful that you're not stepping into sensitive topics. Yeah, I'll remember that. Thanks for telling me, Jane. No wonder he always has this sorrowful look. His wife must have died really young. A quick glance on your phone tells you that you have arrived at Isaac's address. Large windows, a grand entrance, and a Victorian vibe. Yeah, the house in front of you could very well be an old museum. The GPS says that this is his house. Already? How is it? Old brickstones, broken windows. Oh, and I think I saw a rat creeping by. You couldn't help but let out a snort. Yeah, sure. Okay, that'll hang up now. Good luck with Redfield. And this is totally not fancy. Yeah, thank you, Jane. Your smile vanishes as you glance at the door in front of you. Was your body always this heavy? In a few steps feels like you just climbed 3 floors. Not your nerves again. You bonk your head a few times. This is stupid. This man was nothing but nice to you so far, and art lessons are supposed to be fun. You let out one loud sigh and press the doorbell. A pleasant melody is ringing on the inside, then silence. I'm on time. You didn't forget about me, right? I'll wait a bit longer. It's taking a long time. Maybe I should give him a call. You click on his contact, and after a few rings, the call was declined. What? Is he ghosting me? You didn't notice the steps from the inside, and a second later, the door opened. Oh my god, he's the epiest boy! I'm so sorry, Lionel. I was preparing some paint when you rang the bell. As you can see, I hurried downstairs and didn't wipe it off of me. Again, sorry that you had to wait. How embarrassing. No, it's fine. You can go and clean yourself up first if you want. I have more than enough time today, so no worries. You are too kind. Why don't you come in first? I'll wash my hands and get you something to drink. You step inside the house while Isaac awkwardly steps away, as you almost brush against his arm full of white paint. You look up. You can't remember the last time you've seen such a high ceiling, and the decor looks really expensive. Fancy. A faint clatter can be heard from the end of the hallway. He seems a bit nervous. Wouldn't have thought that he would be like that on our first meeting. It's kind of cute. A few minutes pass and Isaac returns with 2 glasses of water. The two of you make your way through the hallway. Isaac stops in front of a large double door. Behind this door is my workspace. Excuse the mess, please. I'm the kind of artist who thrives in chaos.
Welcome to my gallery. I'm excited to see what you will feel when you look at my work.
Horny. Okay, I would say I'm sorry, but y'all know how I feel. Like 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time? Like, I'm leaving it up to you guys to make a theory about, heck, this could be our ARG. Like, what is Lionel feeling that other 10% of the time? Oh, man. You can see there are several paintings that are unfinished, and some I have not showcased in Harrison's studio. The art studio is filled with the smell of paint and turpentine. Canvases and paintbrushes are scattered around the room. You feel like you should say something impressive again, but all that escapes from your mouth is a faint, yes. Still not sure what to say, you turn to him and give him a warm smile. In that moment, you notice the intense gaze from Isaac. His eyes wander off as he notices that you are looking at him. You can take your time and bring in the material from the storage. Please wait here and don't wander off. Okay. You take a few sips from your water to escape the awkwardness building up in your mind and explore the room. Isaac already prepared 2 canvas and the set paint of white. You suspect he wants to do oil paintings. Minutes pass without a trace from Isaac. This man sure loves to make me wait. You let out a sigh as you drink the rest of your water and place the glass on an empty table. This room feels suffocating. I guess I'll call out for Isaac. You call out for him 3 times, but there's no reply. Frustrated, you walk towards the window to look outside. The backyard is not as huge as you thought, and it seemed to be in bad shape. Nearly no flowers or bushes, but the grass is cut. Maybe a bit too much cut though, and probably not watered as well. There are a few brown spots. Do you like gardening? You flinch as Isaac appears next to you, almost out of nowhere, it seems. I had to care of my balcony plants, but my family never had a real garden. Plants are not my strength. My wife had always taken care of the garden back then. There it is again, those sad eyes. So Jane was right about his past. My condolences for your wife. Jane told me about it. You stay in this house after her death, right? I see. Jane told you. She really likes to gossip, huh? What else did she tell you? That was all she said. Jane is a kind person. She wasn't gossiping. Sorry if I said too much there. I just wanted to let you know that I feel sorry for you, Isaac. Please, don't get angry. I would prefer it if you asked me personally next time. With my growing success comes more danger from envious people. There were unsettling rumors about me circling around in the past. That makes sense. I will talk to you first from now on. Good thing I haven't heard anything bad about you so far. And I'd like to keep things that way. Jane told me to be more sensitive about his wife, and here I am, making him mad in the first lesson. Let's begin now. You will do a simple portrait for me today. You can use me as a reference. You give Isaac a weak nod. Faces are normally no problem for you, but you never used a life model as reference. Really? Isaac instructs you to paint black and white, and gives you a few tips for the paint. With the white paint that he added as a base earlier, you can easily blend the harsh shadows. Soon, the brushstrokes turn into the shape of a man's face that vaguely resembles Isaac's. You can't hold your gaze with its intense stare for more than a few seconds. It's somehow eerie. So, are you happy with it now? Yeah, I will add more lighting when it's dry, but for now, I'm happy with it. Good. You did well today. As I looks out the window, you notice it's already dark outside. How long did you work on that painting? We end the lessons then for today. I do not want you to go home in complete darkness. You never know who runs into you in the night. What about cleaning up? The brushes?
Oh.
Please don't worry about it. I will take care of everything. Are you sure? I don't mind helping you clean. Yes, I don't want to waste more of your precious time. There is something else. Yeah? Could you ring me when you get home? You don't have to wait for me to pick you up. Just seeing your number on the screen is enough. I can do that, but you're overthinking. It's not that late, and I never encounter any shady people in the evening.
Oh, I see.
But it would reassure me to know that you arrived home safely. Okay, I'll do it. You gather your things, and Isaac brings you to the door. The cold greets you as you take a step out of the entrance of the house. The streets are barely lit, and you can't help but think about what Isaac said moments ago. You turn around once again. Good night, Lionel. Get home safely. And don't forget to ring me. I will. Thank you. See you next time. Your faint smile seems to calm him down a little. After a few steps, you get out your phone. Jane has sent you a message. You giggle and pause for a moment. Hey, hope you're having fun. Coming later, Kay. Remember, he's your teacher now. No gushing over him like you did with your biology teacher back then. Too late, Jane. Too late. Still smiling, you let your phone slide into your pocket. Only now do you realize that you haven't heard the door close behind you. Hi. Isaac closes the door as you glance at him once more. What was that about? He likes me. Oh my god. This is the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. Check out the Shade of Red on itch.io to stay tuned for updates. And of course, that means that this is the end of the demo. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to play this game for yourself, link to the game will be in the description below. And of course, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day. And I will be seeing you in the next video. This is Lionel, signing off. Ciao.